Welcome. Thank you for joining me again this morning. This is our third week of Story Time with Joyce. Now, this chapter is very short, so let's do a little recap of what we've already learned. First of all, this is the book. It is available on Amazon or my website, joycebennett-hall.com. You have the softback and also the ebook. So we learned a little bit about Betty. She's the second oldest of 6 children. She's 16 years old. She's the oldest of all the girls. There's 3 girls and 3 boys. Her family has a small farm in Kentucky. She also is charged with getting the water from the creek, which is very far away, for cooking for her mom. And we started out with the chapter with this black snake chasing her, which really scared her to death. But she remembered something her dad told her, was that a snake cannot make a quick turn. So she tested that out. She found a big rock and she went round and round and round. And sure enough, she jumped to the side and the snake just kept going. Just a little trivia we learned there. She also, her mom and dad are from Ireland. Actually, their parents are from Ireland, so they're the second generation immigrants from Ireland, from Westmeath County in Ireland. And she also has a younger sister that she has to take care of quite a bit, so that's kind of annoying to her, I'm sure. Although she doesn't really say that, but that's my own feelings toward that. Arvin, in the second chapter, we learned that his farm was quite large. And it's considered very well, their family is considered very well off in that county. Arvin doesn't want to be a farmer. His dad's also a preacher. He doesn't want to be a preacher either. He wants to go to the city. He likes to work on machines like the tractors. He doesn't know if there's tractors in Chicago, but that's where he wants to go, is the big city. He wants to go where there's buildings and lots of noise and lots of activity. His mom is a Cherokee Indian, and we learned in the book that in 1838 and 1839, President Andrew Jackson had an Indian removal program where he uprooted 16,000 Cherokees from their land, and they had to make this walk and migrate all the way to Oklahoma, which was called the Trails of Tears, and that's because about 4,000 of them did not make it. Arvin is the only boy. He has an older sister and a younger sister, so he's in the middle of the 2 sisters. His dad does not know that he doesn't want farming, so it's kind of a secret that he has with his sisters. We left both families last week. They were going to go to the dance at the next farm over, which is Murphy's. And Murphy's had just put up a new barn, so they had a celebration, which was a square dance. So both families were getting ready to go to the square dance. And we learned that they went, they had a great time. Arvin and Betty met, they talked, they danced. I think they both got smitten with each other. And Arvin's family invited Betty's family to come see him preach at the White Church in the next county over. So let's see where we are now that they've actually gone. So the Malones did go hear Arvin's pop preach that following week. Wednesday evenings became a routine for the family. Betty and Arvin became inseparable. When they weren't helping on their farms, they spent time with each other. Betty had fallen in love with Arvin at the dance at Murphy's barn and never stopped thinking of him. She loved all the picnics they went on and the walks, and they would hold hands as they walked. Arvin was very charming, and Betty had fallen under his spell right away. She didn't understand how it was that Arvin chose to be with her. He was so handsome, and she was so plain with a freckled face. When Arvin proposed marriage to her, she felt that her dream had come true. She and Arvin would have a home of their own. Betty was happier than she's ever been. They had a simple wedding at that little white church. Arvin's dad performed the service, gave them a parcel of land to farm, and had a house built for them. The house was small but had a big kitchen, and 2 bedrooms. Betty loved cooking for her and Arvin. She loved their time sitting together in front of the little stone fireplace in the evening after dinner. Farming did not last long for Arvin. He convinced Betty to leave their little farm and go to the city. Betty was sad about leaving their home, a home of their own. Of course, she said yes, as all good wives would. Where Arvin was excited about the unknown, Betty was scared of the same unknown. They packed up some of their things, boarded up their small house, and headed off to Chicago. So next week, we will find out their new beginning. And again, thanks so much for playing with me at Storytime with Joyce. And again, you can go to joycebennett-hall.com or amazon.com, and you can get Betty either in the softback or the ebook. Have a great week. See you next week. Bye.